All we need to do is take a look at the preview to see when we are good, because always it gives me a little delay before I get to say, how's it going, Nakama? Brit is back with some One Piece 1151. As always, I'm joined by the lad Samurai Drew. What it do?
How's it going? Wow, you timed. I had the audio on. You timed that perfectly. How's it going? It was like right when the stream started, so not bad on that.
I'm getting better. I'm
Yeah,
getting better.
I think as this is the first time I think.
So, Grain, how's it going on your end?
It is going well. One Piece 1151. Yeah.
Okay, it's time for us to get into it as we begin the stream with a little bit of a sip and react. Halfway through, once we're done with the reaction part, we'll have our sip and discuss review portion. But as we start our sip and react, it doesn't look like it's the end, because we continue with Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage Volume 35, Sumo Tournament in Hakumai, hurling Urashima's big brother Yokozuna Sukune. So looks like Yamato just won the sumo with Kawamatsu over there watching.
Yeah.
Any
Panda
thoughts?
No Panda Mans.
What's
No
up?
Panda Man.
Oh, you
No.
see Panda Man?
Oh my gosh! I said no Panda Man.
Okay, sorry.
No. Well, also, I'm sure my mic isn't great.
Brett, it sounds like you're starting to get you're starting to get tired of the cover story.
Oh, I know. Well, I
I'm
like.
tired of it. It's just that I was even gonna be like, what's gonna be the next cover series? Because we're done. But because last time it said it, what was it? Complete something complete. So Misha complete. Everything delivered. So that's what I had thought we were doing. So since we are not, I'm like, all right, cool. Any thoughts other than my exhaustion with the cover story?
No, not really. I think they're gonna. I think it's probably gonna end after she maybe goes back. She started from the floor capital, right?
She started from the flower capital, yes, with Kinimo.
So probably when she returns, maybe when she finishes going around and returns to the floor capital.
Well, we'll see. She still has to get their all their followers, and right now she only has 2. I think we all thought it was gonna be 9, so like one more than what Odin had. Sorry, 10. 10. So one more than what Odin
Imagine
had.
if
Oh, I thought it was
imagine if the other 2 Diropo become her followers.
Well, that's the thing. Black Maria's still out there. Sasaki's still out there. Who's Who just got arrested. Drake should be gone. And
Drake
I think that's it.
because the government doesn't want him.
I mean, Drake is his sword, so he has his own group.
Oh,
couples.
I thought he was still like, yeah, I know he's from sword, but I thought maybe like the government like turned their back on him or something. But I guess not.
I mean, technically, because he's in sword, the government's not gonna move on his behalf to like rescue him or anything. But
he's joining up with Kobe, you think?
Once Kobe's done with all the craziness of getting rescued, then possibly I could see Drake joining up with them. But that's a good 15 pages. Oh man. God. So we can go ahead and start with our sip and react to I get the idea. 3 exclamation points. So something big is happening with 3 exclamation points. I get the idea. I'm gonna move on if there's no other thoughts in 3, 2, and 1. So we've got wait, captains, you mustn't do this, and you've got I can't remember if Oimo or Kashi, but it's one of the two. Chief Jaro's the world's oldest warrior. He's a hero of a legend. He's a hero of legend. We've looked up to him for our entire lives, haven't we? So they're like trying to talk to him. Yes, that's right, Kashi. The warrior we once admired has grown old and feeble. So that's Demon Dory. So it's time to force him into retirement. Okay. They're just looking epic. And I love that it has his demon hand just like still detached, but now it's holding a shield because something bad could happen to a detached arm that's just floating. I guess it needs to be shielded. So that's a little bit of fun irony. There's a little funny there. Har har. Any thoughts on y'all's end?
Yeah, one way to tie these two up is to be like, yeah, but can't there only be one king? And then they start fighting for another 100 years together, and then they get tied up.
Oh, now I know.
Or just go one.
Get him caught up in another competition.
Yeah, see, I think that's the way to nullify these guys.
I mean, they are.
Or just tell them one is stronger than the other.
We'll see. How can this possibly play out? I'm going to go on to page 3. In 3, 2, 1. And then here comes Bragi, Demon Bragi. And then we'll be kings of Elbath. There's no need for the god of Elbath anymore. Okay, interesting. Bring about the age of war. We'll build an era defined by the ruthless and mighty. Wow. So here they are, and they're just encroaching on these other giants that are way smaller. You guys never talk like that before. What's gotten into you? Stay back, Kashi. They've been flipped over, literally, and turned into different people entirely. Now they're like demons, dark and twisted all the way to the core. It can't be. And then you see Thor Man. Ah. It looks like Thor Man is being like flipped. Oh no, I'm trapped between them. Wait, what? And now we see like a giant board. Is this how Emu sees them?
No, this is what I was trying to explain last week. This is visual representation on how they get people to flip. You have to be in between two of the devil people. So Dory and Bragi here, because they were in between those two, then he got flipped.
Interesting. Yeah, well, I mean, there you go. Oh no, I'm trapped between them. No, wait. I don't want to turn evil. Don't flip me over. And he gets flop. Ah! And there's the other giant who's like, oh no. So it looks like Samurai Drew has a point that they're kind of like in a board game of like, is it Chinese checkers where it's just like the black and white pieces? Chinese chess?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Chinese checkers isn't
Is it
necessarily
Go?
That's the
Even Go has
that's the
similar
star
pieces.
pattern one.
Yeah, so Sigrain is called what Go?
Go also has a similar type of pieces.
Go, that's and on Hunter x Hunter, that's what they played each other, right? Is Go, or did they play Shogi? This doesn't look like Shogi.
Yeah. In Hunter x Hunter, they were playing Shogi.
This might be it too. So, Domi Reversi could be like a shogi kind of thing.
Well, shogi is like chess and checkers, right? So shogi has like different piece names. Well, this one is just black and white pieces. Then you get in between them, then they flip on your next turn or something.
Domi, Reversi, shogi. Okay.
No, but shogi isn't this one though. I don't think.
I think.
Well, there's parallels.
I think what Oda might be trying to portray here is that, because if you look at it, it's like a single. Each piece has two sides, a white and a black side. So just maybe Oda is trying to portray that like oh, everyone has a light side and a dark side. Emu's just flipping them to their darker side.
That's a really good
Something like that.
possibility. I like that.
It's Go. It is Go. And
It's
then
got-
Shogi is a different one.
Cool. Thanks for looking that up. I've got nothing else. If we want to go on to Samurai Drew next, we can.
Yeah, we got 3 people in the watching. I don't know if that's us 3, but hello if you're watching.
Hello to all those watching. We can always put up a poll too if we want. What could we could think about what the poll could be like. Is Domi we already did is this permanent last time.
Yeah. The one idea is, are Dory and Bragi the only ones that can turn them, or can they be any demon?
That's a good one. That's a good idea. So, let's see here. If anything else comes along, we can always jump in. But we got a shorter chapter. Hopefully, we'll get something pretty soon that we could do a poll.
Yeah. Because that's kind of fine. Because it probably is everybody.
Mm-hmm. So, Samurai,
okay, here we go.
It's your turn.
What an incredible feeling! No, Thorman, not you too. So yeah, he was like complaining, and now he's like, okay, now I'm with it. Retreat for now. The tides have turned against us. The enemy took out Gabon, it seems. Huh? No, that can't be. And then we got Ripley. She's like, oh shit. Wait for me, Colin. Is that true about Mr. Ya? Mama's gonna save you. And she's rushing. And now we go to the branch Route 8, and we see the kids that are being hoisted away here. Demons! The giants pirates have turned into demons! And so now the kids are like thinking about demons, and therefore now just like regular demons are coming out. So we've skipped any kind of theology here. We're going right to the demons. The demon warp here.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the nightmare hole, and we got all the little creatures coming out, and then we see him go, "Get to your feet! You are not actually dead! That's right! Get up! Be reborn! There's no waking Elbaf from this nightmare!"
And that is Killingham in what looks to be his half form, because it looks like there's a horse bottom.
That seems like his full form.
Or full form, maybe, yeah. Yeah, his full form, his full monster form. Yeah, good point, because we've been seeing his half-breed form, so this would be his full form. That is, wow. Now we have demons.
I take it back.
You take what back?
Nothing. Sorry. I'm done with this, right?
Yeah, you're done, and we can go on to Segrain if there's no other sip and reactions we've got.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just, especially the whole with this thing with the demons coming out, is bringing back some Black Clover vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right, and we have Killingham in this is hybrid form.
That's I was wrong.
Oh!
Like, wrong like the next.
Oh!
Okay, now he looks way more sinister. Is crazy how his full form looks like more on the positive side than his actual human form. Now things are really cooking with the great ones. With the great one here, there is no need to hold back. Rampage to your hearts, my sliptids. Remember Elbaf, you created these monsters yourself. And we have a reintroduction saying Killingham dragon fruit, mythical type model Kirin, man beast form.
So this very much looks a lot like what's his Venus Juro, Horse Juro.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this very
and,
much looks like Horse
Venus
Juro's mythical half. But also, he's got white. He's got a white wreath.
And
Yeah,
right.
for
So
the hybrid
that's
form.
the zone type then. Yeah. I'm really confused about something. So when we've been seeing him, he's had a horse face, right? Like I'm not just imagining
Mhm.
that, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But he was on 2 legs. So does that mean like that's his human form and his actual like awakened form we haven't seen yet?
I mean, that could have been the Kieran form.
So why does that have 4
But-
legs now? I'm so confused.
Exactly. What if it's just that his devil fruit is just simply different? Because like, what if it's just like
I have an idea.
yeah, so it's sort of like a broken devil fruit that it can turn into different hybrid forms.
Well, there's 2 possibilities. There's the chopper possibility where he can like, fine tune his exact hybrid form. Or remember in Impel Down when they were like, yeah, if you awaken your devil fruit and then you can just turn into your frickin' your Zoan if you don't have enough willpower, like what we saw with the prison guards in Impel Down. So that would be really interesting if this is like a half version of that, like where he didn't have enough willpower to completely bend it, but so now his like regular like walking around form looks just like he has a horse face, which is also would be a funny explanation as to why Morgan's is always in his bird form, his hybrid bird form, and that'd be funny as if he awakened it and he's stuck in that body.
But then wouldn't they have lost consciousness? Since we see the beast in Impel Down, they've lost their consciousness.
Maybe there's different levels to this. Maybe that's like the extreme end, and then on the less extreme end, there's a little bit, there's some manipulability. Like maybe like Luffy could have when he could have permanently like dyed his hair white on accident. I don't know. That's a little far, but I just thought of that idea.
So I've got, which is this form of Killingham? An awakened form, a new form for his mythical fruit, or just the man-beast form?
Oh, okay.
Well, here it says man-beast form.
Yeah, that'd be the answer, wouldn't it?
So is it
Yeah.
just a man-beast form? Is it an awakened form? It could be other types of things as well.
I think it's just man-beast form, probably because he's a Kirin.
Okay.
That is why we see the clouds. So even without being the awakened form, since I think the Kirin also has the clouds, right?
I think that's
Even like normal. Yeah.
The clouds identify an awakened user.
That is true.
But the Kirin naturally has the clouds.
Well,
It
Probably,
maybe
yeah.
naturally produces
Right,
the clouds
like-
on its feet, but maybe not the wreath.
Well, if you look at it, it's not just the reef. Even beside him, there's the clouds everywhere. Beside him, behind him.
Interesting. But so here's the deal. I need to run to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let these guys finish off the chapter and talk on the chapter. The next page, because that should be Segrane's part, right?
Yeah, I've got one page.
Yeah. So
and
Segrane's still.
then you're up after that, and we'll banter until you come back.
Yeah. So just
All right.
talk
Yeah.
about the next page with Segrane and banter, and then I'll be right back because my bathroom's right there.
No worries.
All right.
Have fun.
So we're back to Nami's crew. Are there even more of them now? Looks to me like things have gotten pretty hairy. Master Dory, Master Brogy, what are you doing to your homeland? Wake up, you guys. So they don't know what Emu did. They're just seeing them destroying the places. Why do you look like that? Where's your sense of pride? Yeah, and Usopp looks devastated. Usopp's dream is crumbling.
I
Damn
can't
it, we
wait
can't.
what his solution to this is. I'm really
Yeah.
hoping he makes them fight each other. That'd be great. But we'll see.
Maybe that's a way. That's a way to bring them back or to stop them. Damn it, we can't save the children. Now I understand why Saul wasn't able to stop them. The children are being guarded by monsters and invisible thorns. Oh, the the real mom. Wake up,
her
then.
IRL mom.
Oh, amazing! I just came back
The
at the right
real
time.
mom is finally here, and she looks just as scary as the monster mom.
Huh?
I don't got time to be passing out. I'm coming to save you, boy. Just you wait.
I would love it if she actually did it. Like she's just like that awesome.
I love that she looks just as scary as the monster.
She didn't pass out with the Conqueror hockey blast like everyone else did. So
Yeah.
So she is a strong old bat.
Oh.
So awesome. Hey, well, you came right back in time, Britt. It is you next.
Yep, and I did catch up on reading the top part with Jinbei and Nami and all of them. So that is unfortunately actual mom does not wake them up. That would have been very, very funny. That would have been very, very, very funny. So let's see here. Everything looks good on the stream, so I'm going to go ahead and jump in. Let's see here. Cool. 3, 2, 1. All right. Looks like we have Summers and we have Killingham. How far shall we go, Great One? And then we have a little ... from Emu. The playing board is entirely in our color. So again, going back to the shifting. What was it? What type of board was it, Drew?
A Go board.
The shifting Go board. The shifting Go board. And we've just got the monsters all with the demon giants all just walking along. They will eventually crumble under the weight of their own personal demons. Continue until it breaks. Until what breaks? The heart of Elbath. This country would have been subjugated years ago if not for Hearalds' miserable failure. Okay, I think we're about to get it. I'm willing. I think that the Domi Reversi was done to all those hundreds of giants that Loki killed. I think that is the reason why he had to kill all of those giants, is because they all flipped.
Maybe they. Oh, I think yeah. It's not even. I think yeah, definitely.
It lines up.
Yeah, they even got Harold because with the giants, the skulls we saw were they look more like the size of an ancient giant rather than just regular giants, and they had horns.
Which exactly matches what Dorian Broggy demons turned into.
Exactly.
So definitely looks like we have all of that. Speaking of having all of that, looking to the other parts, many minutes earlier, Underworld, and we have Scopper falling. I didn't think this through. Chopper falling with Scopper, as Scopper has the arrows inside of him. I really didn't think this through. But calm down, Chopper. You got this. You can do this. Make sure he doesn't die. So he runs literally in the air and catches up to Scopper. Yeah, and I'm guessing he's just going to do like big floofy guard point to save them both. But yeah, I think Chopper is going to relay the message down as he catches and helps Scopper as they fall into the underworld. Any thoughts, gentlemen? That was a pretty straightforward one. Everything was just progressing along linearly.
I have a third, but is on the previous page. Is about the previous page. So the sad part about this realization is that I think we now know the fate of all these giants that have been Domi-reversied. They're probably gonna have to die.
I don't know about that.
Right, now we have different solution to this.
Ooh.
Because we have some possibilities. Perhaps Conqueror's Hockey is one thing that can snap them out of it.
Just kind of like how the Conqueror's Hockey pushed the Celestial what is it, the Elder Stars out through the Hockey Bomb from Joy Boy.
Also, don't underestimate the power of Talk No Jutsu. They could talk everybody into a better way of. So my dearest hope is that that Dory and Bragi keep this power up. But if they don't, fine. But I just hope that they can just be like, oh yeah, know what, you're right. We have this evil ambition, but now that I'm thinking about it, we can do it for the betterment of giants. And
if only we have a talk no me.
Right.
I'm pretty sure there is a talk. No, actually, the pump fruit may as well
please
be.
No.
Bello Betty's fruit may as well be the talk no me. Just throwing that out there.
Alright.
So, just putting that one into the ethos. But any other thoughts before I think it's Samurai Drew's next?
Yeah.
We got. Okay, then we got guard point.
Yep, here we go.
And then we get some Luffy action. If you want answers, then beg me for them, Hiredon. You killed my father, Loki. He was my father too. And yet, that didn't stop you from ending his life. Back it up, Hiredon. Hey, Chopper just fell down from above. Huh? I heard something. Did you see him? Nah. And then now we got look at this. I love it. We're missing some Luffy and we're getting them eating meat. Right where we need him to be. True. It seems like something just came down from above. It was beyond the mountain. Say, how did I know it was Chopper? Someone else is with him, and they're weakened. And then Sanji goes, that sounds pretty bad then. Did they fall all the way from the sun world above? We gotta search for them, says Zoro. So here we go. We got the gang together, and yeah, I'm glad that we're gonna be focusing now, hopefully on Luffy's team getting Chopper and Sanji and Scopper.
Oh man,
Chopper and Scopper are together right now. But
Chopper and Scopper. Best thing is we have 4 more pages left, so there's more to this because this feels like the last page before we get. But now we got the doom. The boys are back in town.
Right.
I love how Luffy knew it was Chopper, but he didn't know how he knew.
Did I know?
Chopper.
It's the whole thing.
Probably Haki.
Oh, definitely.
Or maybe he just heard the guard point and he just subconsciously, it's Chopper.
He could just sense his. Luffy senses like aura, so he could definitely probably sense the crewmate, the aura of some of his crewmates.
Yeah, since he was even able to say like someone else is with him and they are weak, and he knows that they are weakened.
No, and I love the fact that it's like slightly grayed because it's like many minutes earlier. So all this is happening, and I'm guessing they're like on their way up to stop them here shortly. So, are there any thoughts before it's Segrain? We go into Segrain's 12 and 13. And I get to end it this week. Okay, here we go.
Hey, and
look at the bottom panel.
if you're watching the stream, give us a like. I see there's someone else in here, so thank you for watching. Yeah, leave a comment, give us a like, and we'll keep going. We're on to the last bits of the chapter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. These guys are just pure comedy. Look, Loki is eating while Harudin has an axe right on his head, trying to cut off, trying to take his head, and they're arguing.
Doesn't even seem like he cares either.
He doesn't. He doesn't look like. Okay, moving on. Hey, Gerd and Goldberg, you got anything on your wish list? Like someone's head or some jewels or... Oh, sure, we got wishes, but we're not unlocking your cups, Loki. Damn, bunch of goody two shoes. Hello? Okay, Shaggy, listen, I'm busy right now. Call back later. Okay, so the Shaggy that he was talking to. Don't worry, it won't take long. As a matter of fact, I'm busy too. Just one thing. Huh? Fine, just keep your voice down. I wasn't able to tell you earlier, but I will be unable to call you for a while, I think. Huh? What do you mean? At first I found it frightening, but the more you and I talked, the more our conversation became a source of solace to me. So I wanted to express my gratitude. Hey, what's going on?
What is going on?
Yeah.
What is going on?
And it seems like they're all listening.
Seems like he's about to get dumped over the phone.
Oh my god. Okay. Moving on, next page. Don't tell me, are you in danger again somehow? I'm fine, don't worry. Where are you? I just wanted to say thank you for everything. Wait, hey Shaggy. And beep. Damn it. What are you looking at? I'm glad to know that you have a friend to keep you company here in the lonely underworld. Don't you dare tell anyone. Hey Gerd, prepare your medical supplies. Mr. Yaz hurt badly. Okay, is Harudin coming back? Huh? I guess everyone really loves this guy, huh? You're lucky that Chopper was here to save you. Good job, Chopper. What? Huh? Oh gosh, okay. Chopper is blushing. You can't butter me up like that, you jerk.
Okay. Alright, so the biggest thing is that there's Shaggy, who's somewhere on the island, who is a friend to Loki. Okay.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say Shaggy's probably Louis Arno.
Maybe?
Who knows? Just a wild guess.
I don't even know what to think.
I'm so glad that you're ending it. I'm thinking this is gonna be hyped at the end.
Okay. Do we have any final thoughts before we wrap up and then go into our sip and discuss?
Well, it's just funny. We got it. Don't butter me up like that, you jerk. When we just got that in the chopper reveal, so you know. I think.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to write
and
that.
it's almost like the exact same thing. The sentence.
Right. So we do have that. Tee. Mr. Ya has. I think the name of the chapter is Luffy being like, I get the idea of what's happening. Let's go up and take care of this. But I think we'll find out. I'm gonna go on. Are you gentlemen ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1. What? This old guy? He was on the Pirate King's. Oh yeah, Luffy's just now finding out who he is. He sailed with Gold Roger and Rayleigh. He and Dark King Rayleigh were known as the Wings of the Pirate King. I assume he was the third strongest on the crew. What? So yeah, Luffy is just now So he was a huge pirate, huh? That would explain why he's so tough. And it knows he means shakes, says Luffy. Of course, because Luffy has a one-track mind. Hiruden's like, what? There's someone else. Look, he's trying to say something. What is it, Mr. Ya? Second strongest.
Hell yeah.
Dude doesn't take an L.
Wow, that is, if that's not Sanji and Zoro to a T, that is amazing.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Exactly. He seems really fixated on the detail, on that detail.
Oh,
wow,
so
that is just absolute comic gold right there. It's good to see you awake again, Mr. Ya. How could this have happened to you? Oh, about that, there's a huge going on up there, Luffy. Listen up, everyone. The children were taken hostage by a couple of bad guys, and no one can do anything to stop them. There are giant monsters rampaging around, and I'm guessing Chopper's going to give something that tips Loki off. Conqueror's Haki just comes sparkling through. Ah! No, that Haki. Huh? Aye, my word. Everyone back on the lift. We're returning to the sun. Elbaf's in danger. Save your breath, Chopper. I get the idea. Whose preposterous Haki is that? Doga... Is this the first time we've seen? Doga ha ha ha. Doga ha ha ha?
Okay.
Doga ha ha ha. Looks like you're going to need me after all. So Loki is about to be freed. You have a giant, because you have a giant blast of Conqueror's Haki coming from up above. Oh, so yeah. Save your breath, Chopper. I get the idea. We have the name of the chapter right there at the very end as we pivot into a sip and discuss. And now we can toast to kicking butt. The boys have been alerted. I think all of our understandings and thoughts were correct in last chapter that Chopper, in coming down with Mr. Ya, would not only treat him, but be the one to update everyone, and so he has. So Chopper has been the one to relay everything, and now the boys are in action and heading up to the Sun Realm with Loki and Luffy. They've all eaten. They're all at the top of their game. Like, it's about to get really interesting.
Yeah, that lightning hockey is like dark and huge and flashing across like half of Elbaf. Like, there's like these chunks that he's drawing here. It's like insanity, and that's why it's like it's preposterous. Whose preposterous hockey is that? I mean, Luffy's not anywhere near that big. Not anywhere near it.
Oh, yeah.
That's like, maybe we haven't seen it yet or something, but there's no way.
That's the incredible part, the range. Because it's really, really far from the distance between the Sun World and the Underworld is huge. And it's not as incredible as what we saw with Joy Boy's Haki Knot, but it's still on a different level.
Completely different level. Haki bomb. Haki bomb. Haki bomb. Yeah, this chapter all has, it's done, it's not a lot has happened because it was really just like falling, talking, we're now good. But a lot has happened because now the boys are finally caught up. Because we literally haven't seen them in like 3-4 chapters now. As well as they're coming into the fight with actual demons that are now running around. That are, because now demons are coming out of the hole.
And it really gives you the idea he's well rested. Like, Luffy is well rested. He's been eating for 6 months now. No, but seriously.
Oh, he's like, eaten 6 months worth of food. That dinosaur that they ate.
Yeah, but it will just take 30 minutes of year 5 for him to be to crumble down again.
Interesting.
But something interesting is that when was the last time did we see a haki make Luffy break a sweat?
May have not have been hockey, but it was the attack from Kizaru when he made landfall in Egghead, when he's like something below us, as well as
it didn't. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say as well as Jay Garcia Saturn making landfall, because they all were just like, "What is this hockey?"
Oh.
His expression changed in both those cases, but it didn't make him literally break a sweat. Over here, you see he's breaking us. He's sweating a bit. Like,
wait a minute. Can we go back to something? You're talking about Kizaru and the Gorosei guy, but can't we all? I think as I've been watching, I think Kizaru is definitely stronger than Saint Garcia, Saint Saturn. Like, watching that, it seems like if he was really like no holds bar, I think Kizaru could defeat him. And I don't know. It just seemed like it. Wait, does Kizaru have Conqueror's Haki? If not, if he doesn't, then
no idea.
Let me see.
I don't think he does.
It's interesting because it wouldn't really match his demeanor.
Exactly.
I could see a Kainu having a Conqueror's Haki, but Kizaru.
No, he isn't. Oh.
I don't think he does. He doesn't. His personality doesn't look like someone who will get a Conqueror's Haki. When you talk about Akainu, Akainu will definitely have it. Aokiji is a bit, Aokiji I think also has it, but Kizaru, don't forget he's the one with the, is it Uncertain Justice? Or something
Kizaru?
like that?
His is,
Uncertain Justice, yeah.
Did you look it up?
Well,
Aokiji is Lazy Justice.
Right. And I do like the idea that not everyone has it, but it does seem like you need it.
Unclear justice, yeah, exactly.
Unclear.
I don't think he will have it because he's more of like even see what happened. He doesn't really have a will of his own. He just goes by what he's told.
I think that's maxing out every other hockey except for the one that you have to be born with. That seems like he's maxed out everything else, though, except for Future Sight. Does he have Future Sight?
I don't think he does. Maybe he has observation. He definitely probably has observation and armament, but I don't think he has Conquerors because that is the one that's supposed to be the rare one. The one that's supposed to be one in a million.
Oh yeah, because it's the Conqueror, the stand above all else.
Exactly. You have to be a king.
So in this Reddit thing is saying that they think that Kizaru does have Future Sight because he's able to dodge blows with his light ability, even though they have like for instance Sentamaru, whenever he cut him, he really cut him, but Kizaru was like, yo, I just dodged it. Like, it wasn't that he it wasn't that he Logia'd him, where you like just cut through somebody. He literally dodged it, and so that's why they're saying that is part of his Future Sight.
But you don't have to have Future Sight to be able to dodge an attack. That is the main purpose of observation haki, to feel something before it comes. You don't have to see it. You just feel that something is about to happen.
You have armament haki with it.
Yes, still feeling it. But also, don't forget, we thought Karakuri was a Logia because he was using Future Sight. Kizaru we're thinking he has future sight because he moves at the speed of light.
Yes. Know what else though? I just remembered in the Great War. Remember when Shanks' crew came up and then Beckman pointed a gun at him and he was like, "Yo, I'll stay right here." And like I wonder if that was future sight because he knew that he was gonna get blasted if he moved.
Or maybe he knew that there's no way he can he can dodge it.
Well,
Not that necessarily he has future sight, but just probably he knows that even with the speed of light, he might probably not be able to dodge it, or just his sarcasm that, oh no, you're about to shoot me.
so you're saying he is close to it but not there.
Yeah, I think he has observation, maybe even a strong observation, but future sight is just is a different beast.
We should probably stop talking about Kizaru. He's not even in this chapter.
That's fair. There's a few other things that we can get to real quick. I'm gonna run and grab a drink real quick because I'm starting to get a dry voice from their celebration we took earlier. But a few things to probably cover in the next 14-15 minutes. I didn't realize it, but the somehow right when everyone left to go get Chopper and Scopper is when quote unquote Shaggy called Loki. So we still haven't even talked about Loki's little friend that called, because during that time it was just Gerd and the other big guy. It was just Gerd and what's his name?
Yeah, Mosa.
Yeah. It was just those two. Those are the only two that heard the phone call come in. So
Gerd and Goldberg.
So I'm gonna go get a drink, but I'll leave you two to start talking about who the heck is Shaggy. It because it sounds like he just Loki just got dumped, but I don't think that's the case. But I'm gonna go get a drink, and I'll be back shortly.
Okay, sounds good. I have the Wikipedia page up right now. And
who? Kizaru?
Of Mosa. Well, Shaggy.
Shaggy? Oh yeah, we don't know anything. So that's the thing. We don't know anything. We just heard of him twice. The first time when he was making fun of Loki, he was poking him like, "Oh, you're soft," and then this time.
So translation and dub issues. It is unclear if Mosa is the actual name or a nickname in Japanese. In Japanese, Mosa means to be hairy, to be thickly bearded, and the official Viz translation translates it to Shaggy, which is what we know, which is great. But yeah, thickly bearded, which is and do you see the Denden Mushi was like a yeti? So this dude must be literally hairy. And would you want to hear some relationship stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Loki, in spite of never meeting Loki personally.
Wait. Before you go, read it from the wiki rather than from Wikipedia. From the One Piece wiki.
Yeah, that's what
Do you have it? Okay, okay, yeah.
Okay, so now we're talking about the wiki page right now and the relationships and personality and relationships. So Shaggy has apparently undergone a traumatic event of some sort, which they claim has deeply affected them ever since. Ohara. It's Clover! It's Clover! Okay. In spite of never meeting Loki personally, Mosa befriended the giant prince through Denden Mushi calls and feels comfortable enough to share personal aspects of their life with them. They believe that in spite of Loki's violent tendencies, there is some kindness to be found deep down.
It's gonna be crazy if it turns out to be Clover.
Actually, because I was thinking about the dramatic event and the beard and like the hair.
Yeah,
like he transformed his look after the incident and he's like undercover.
Hey dude, and the dramatic event from O'Hara.
I'm sure there's others just like that. Loki refers to Shaggy with the suffix "ko" as a sign of friendly respect. Everything else is just kind of trivial. But...
what if it's Jarl?
I would literally love that. Wait.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Because it's someone who knows they're probably going to die very soon.
Yeah.
I love it.
But I feel like Loki will know the voice if it is Yarrow.
Yeah.
Let's see if.
But he's just calling him Shaggy.
Maybe just to conceal the.
Or that's just always
Bird
what he's
and
called him.
Goldberg were also listening to the conversation.
Yeah. Well, he did say keep your voice down because they were away from him. Remember, that's what I meant. Like they were around him, but they didn't really hear. He was just like, keep your voice down. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with Jarl. I'm gonna go Shaggy as Jarl, calling say bye one last time.
Should we make a poll? Do the poll on that?
Sure. So who is?
Oh, I got another idea. Yeah, I'm looking at Reddit right now.
Yeah, come up with.
Bro, what happens if it's Shirahoshi?
No.
Yo, check it out. The Shaggy could be Jarl's transponder snail. Okay. And they're both like prince and princesses, which is really interesting. So this is also saying that the voice in the transponder snail is a little bit feminine and like, are you sure this guy? Oh, and they're like limpy basically. So
Drew, get off Reddit.
Yeah, that's
Please
a
get
whole,
off Reddit.
That's pretty fun.
I'm just like, how on earth can a woman who's never been to the surface before, except for when it was with Garp, meet him?
Right, because Jarl is trying to hook them up, maybe, and they're just friends. Imagine
she's not even smart enough to talk like that.
Like,
no
I'm
offense to
so
Shirahoshi,
confused
but
where this is
honestly,
I love the idea. I love it.
I'm who's Shaggy, Shirahoshi, Jarl. I'm still listing her, but I don't very much.
Clover,
disagree.
put Clover.
Clover, I do like the Clover.
Let's be as crazy as
Get
possible.
off Reddit. That is so
Clover. I got space for one more. So who is Shaggy? Shirahoshi, Jarl, Clover, and who else?
Shaggy One Piece theory. Here, let me see.
Should I just put like
Louis Arno.
Oh, Louis the Explorer. There you go. All right, let that craziness of a poll begin. Shirahoshi.
Yeah, this is what we call the full spectrum.
That is absolute craziness. So, yeah, so Shaggy could be anyone, but what else is there to discuss? Let's see here. We do have the heart of Elbath. This country would have been subjugated years ago if not for King Harold's miserable failure. So, are we thinking that it's just a failure from their perspective?
Probably.
Because I definitely am leaning that way, that it's a failure from their perspective. It's not like Harold thought it was something that he needed to do.
Gold winning. Dang.
4 votes.
No supers. Look.
Be sure to like the stream for those who are jumped in with our community poll. Who is Shaggy? I'm very interested in like who like Teching and all them think. But yeah, I'm very interested in who.
What
who
if
Shaggy could
so regarding the King Harold thing? What if they tried to persuade him first, like with a dialogue? Because even though we know how like ruthless the world government can be, they do try to talk. They try to talk sometimes. Just even if they know that they are probably gonna end up using violence, but they do try to talk. What if they tried to talk to him maybe, and it ended up, oh, Imu just lost patience and just came and did it and tried to do it himself.
That's why That's why I do think that Domi Reversi was done on all of those hundreds of guards that Loki supposedly killed. Like that, especially because when we were talking earlier, their skulls matched a lot of what those ancient giants look like. So.
Wait a minute. What if we have this reversed?
Oh, a Domi Reversi?
What if we have this Reversi, and Loki was the one that was Domi Reversi and killed everyone, and then it was split back?
That's also
that's very probable.
Yeah.
Sounds. Yeah, honestly, both of them sound probable, but I love the idea of him. And then they'll figure out, wait, how'd you turn back? How did you turn back into a regular giant? He's like, well, this is what I did. I unleashed my Conqueror's Haki! And that's how I did it.
And then that's how everyone is saved. Huzzah.
But then that would make Loki less redeemable. Even though he's not he was Domi Reversi, so he's not in his right conscience. It would still make him less redeemable than if they were the ones that were Domi Reversi and he had no choice. He had to kill them.
Well, I can see both, and that's why it's so fun that this Domi Reversi is or is not permanent. Is it or is it not permanent? And if because maybe you can turn him back, but maybe the only way to turn him back is to defeat Imu, and so then that's not happening.
Well, Emu's there, so I mean, and now that the boys are coming, they're coming. They're coming running.
But here's the thing with your theory, Drew. In the last panel here, Loki said, whose preposterous haki is that? Shouldn't he recognize Imu's haki if he has been Domi Reversid before? Then because he will have met Imu. Then.
You know what? My first thought when you said that was, yeah, but Loki's literally a trickster. He's like, oh, what's this? I don't know.
But that should even make his memory even better.
Or if anything,
he should be on the truth train right now. He shouldn't be hiding anymore because it's like if they, yeah. So I could kind of see that.
I mean, even to Drew's point, him and Hiruden are having an argument. He's like, come on, he was my dad too. So maybe he is on the truth train.
Well, yeah, he is holding that back though, but yeah. Well, maybe that's just a Luffy thing where you can like recognize haki, because who's preposterous? Yeah, it does seem like a weird thing to say if you hadn't felt that before.
If you had met someone before with that level of haki.
Okay. So I do. So then we go back to the other theory where everyone else was turned into those dudes, and then he walks in, and so he didn't feel the haki burst until he walked in
Probably.
later.
Mm-hmm.
But
So he
is
was
really
late to the
that
party and
strong?
was like, "What is this? No, what are all these giant monsters who look like me? I must murder all 100 of them."
Right. Which is making
Probably the reason why he also had to conceal it, because it's difficult to explain. It's difficult to just, especially since no one has ever experienced it. Now that they have experienced it, it will be easier for him to explain that, oh, this is what they were turned into. But before, no one would believe him that, oh, they were literally and figuratively flipped to demons.
Flipped into demons. Which is just a crazy, crazy sentence to even have to say. But speaking of crazy, crazy sentences, anything else from this crazy chapter? Our poll is we've got 5 votes with a clear leader as far as what the community thinks.
I kind of like if it was him, because I'd be like his like grandpa, you know, and he's like getting friendly advice from like an old man. That would be kind of nice. And I could also see Ja Rule being like bashful too. So I don't know. I kind of like it, but we'll see. I would have liked also like just like some random strong pirate somewhere, but I think it makes more sense that it was Ja Rule. Keep the story local.
Yeah. Also, if it is Yaro, going back to the Domi Reversi stuff, if it is Yaro, since Yaro was also in the castle when the fight happened, that means Yaro also knew the truth, but just maybe probably the reason why he decided to keep in contact with him, with Loki.
Possibly, especially because he has a sword in his brain.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on there, but some other things we could at least touch on. The full man-beast form of Killingham and Killingham's face. We got Killingham's face reveal. He seems to be that's definitely more celestial dragon evil type of monstrous dude, like a dream monster kind of guy. As well as we've got the scary mom from the nightmare. We've got her. She doesn't seem like she snapped anyone out because of who she is yet, but we have yet to see.
And another. So in his full form, does he have the horse face in his full form? You know, because if that's the case, then he's just been walking around in his full form, and his hybrid form is the horse form because Killingham's true form is a horse, but then they can transform into a person.
Yeah. So does he have multiple man-beast forms? Or was that the actual form that we got introduced to?
I think it's the second one just for fun.
Yeah.
When I first saw the face, when I first turned the page, I was like, "What is Doll doing here?" And then I waited to think for a second. I was like, "Oh, he's killing him," because he's the only one that we haven't seen his face.
We haven't. His teeth give me a fishman type of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So just
but
wanting to throw
also, if
that
you
out
look
there.
but also if you look at his entire appearance, it looks like all these like rock type of people, like
It's more of
rock stars.
It's a very steampunkish.
Exactly, steampunk. So I don't know if he'll be a fishman, because that means even don't forget the Wargamen regard fishmen as even less than humans.
That's
so
true.
Him being at the highest level as a fishman.
It's very, very true. Yeah, it's all kinds of billowing and getting crazier and crazier. So I'm super excited for where we go from here. I'm guessing that we are on break next week because we don't have. I don't see anything as far as next chapters, and we just got done with 3 in a row.
Next chapter on the 22nd.
All right, so we're officially on break next week. Not sure when we will be joining you next. If we have an idea for next week on the 15th, we'll definitely do that. If not, we'll be sure to join you. Be sure to be here for y'all on the 22nd for 1152. But I will go ahead and call the poll. Let's see here. I'll go ahead and end the poll at 1:05 into the stream. Who is Shaggy? 60% said Jarul, with 20% saying Shirahoshi, another 20% saying Luis the Explorer, and no one saying Clover. So sorry, Samurai.
That's okay.
I'm more surprised that people think it is Shirahoshi and not Clover. Because as much as we'll disagree on both, I think Clover makes even more sense than it being Shirahoshi.
I'm just saying that I love it. I love Reddit.
Yeah. Yeah. Where you get all the crazy stuff, and people just agree with it without verifying. Yeah. That's why I say
Without
get off Reddit.
What do you mean? It's fun to see.
Oh yeah, that is
Oh,
Reddit.
I thought you meant about what my thing was. I'm like, yeah.
No. No, I mean like Redditors in general. We're all Redditors, and we have at some point in our Reddit life have believed something without verifying it.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's yeah. I have 100% affirm to that. But thank you to all who have joined us for this last hour and 7 minutes. It's been a lot of fun. We've got a lot of new crazy things happening and a lot of things to speculate over this next few weeks as we come back on the 22nd. I am the DarkBriton of the Runaway Warlords. Thank you all for joining us, and always remember, Nakama, that anime is adulting. Stay reckless, Warlords. Peace.
Bye.